Greensleeves is an English folk song about unrequited love. It's about a young woman who apparently wanted nothing to do with the singer. In the mid-1800s, Greensleeves also became the Christmas carol What Child Is This? With some new lyrics, so one nice thing about this tune is that you can play it all year long. In December you can call it What Child Is This? And you can call it Greensleeves for the rest of the year. I'll assume you can follow the tab or the standard notation from the beginning of this video well enough that you can learn the notes on your own. So rather than going note by note, we're going to go phrase by phrase, talk about fingerings, chord shapes, and general technique. If you do need some help reading tab, I've got a video on that topic. I'll leave a link in the description. Also in the description, you'll find a link for ordering a PDF of this music. As we work through this arrangement, make sure you pay attention to the chords above the music. That's going to help you find good fingerings. At the beginning, we play an A with our third finger, because what you're going to do is hold down the A minor chord so you're ready for the first full measure. So we have an A minor chord there with melody on string 2, C major 7 chord, and use your second finger for that F sharp, and then a G chord with melody on string 2, and that'll be your fourth finger on the D. And then we have an E minor chord. And what I'd like you to do in that fourth measure is hold down that E on the fourth string all the way through the measure, and then play that A with your third finger. In measure 5 now we have an A minor with melody on string 2, and this A at the end of the measure, play that with your first finger so that way you can be prepared for measure 6 where you have these double stops with fingers 1 and 2. So we have F and A with fingers 1 and 2, then slide those same fingers down 1 fret each for the E and the G sharp, and then slide them back for the F and the A. And then slide your second finger down one more time to that E on the fourth string. And what you're doing here in measure 7 and 8 is building an E chord one note at a time. So let each note ring as you get finished playing it. And then pick up to measure 9, play that A with your third finger as you did before, and form the entire A minor chord, and then measure 9 through 12 is the exact same as the beginning. So we have A minor with melody on string 2, C major 7, the G with melody on string 2, and this E minor chord, and again letting the E sustain on that fourth string and using your third finger for that A. And then in measure 13, we have an A minor, melody on string 2. And measure 14, we have a low E and a G sharp. Play the G sharp with your first finger, and then hold down your first finger if you can, even as you stretch for the F sharp on beat 2, because you have to go back to that G sharp anyway. And then we have an A minor right here, and you play this A now with finger 2. Now there are a couple ways you can handle measure 15 and 16. You can hold the A down with your second finger throughout both measures, and that way you have them ringing nicely. Or you can lift your second finger up Whichever way you do it, you want to make sure that the B at the end of measure 15 does not bleed into measure 16. So you're going to have to find a way to mute that B note. If you're holding your finger down on the A, then when you play the A at the end of this line, just touch that B string again with your first finger, and you just need to touch it very, very lightly. It's a very small motion. Now, if you're lifting your finger up for the A, then when you place the A down again, you can just use maybe the pad of your finger to also touch that B string to get it to stop ringing. Moving on to measure 17, we have a C major 7 with a melody on the first string, and that'll be the G note. G chord with melody on string 2, the D. And then just as we did before on this E minor measure, hold the E down with your second finger on the 4th string and use your 3rd finger for the A note. And then measure 21 is the same as measure 5. So we have an A minor chord with melody on string 2. And as you did before, you're going to shift, so your first finger is on this A, and you're going to play your F and your A in the next measure with fingers 1 and 2. Slide them down 1 fret each for the E and the G sharp, and slide them back for the F and the A. And as you did before, we're building an E chord 1 note at a time. So let each of those notes ring as you play it. Measure 25 is the same as measure 17. So we have that C major 7 with your pinky on the G note melody. G chord with melody on string 2. And as you've done before, making sure that E rings on the 4th string while you play your melody. Measure 29 is the same as measure 13. So we have a melody note on string 2 with an A minor. Then we have a low E plus a G sharp on the 3rd string. And as you did before, try to keep that first finger down even as you reach for the F sharp, so it's all set to go on beat 3. Then our first ending, you're going to play the low A and then the upper A with your second finger. And as before, you have the option of holding down that second finger A or lifting up. Either way, make sure you mute that B after you're done playing it so it doesn't bleed into the next measure. Then at the end of the first ending, we have a single B note that takes us back to measure 29 again. And now we have our second ending. Play this A with second finger, C with first finger. And what you can do on beat 3 of the second ending, you have an open note right there. So take advantage of that open note, give yourself some time to move up to 5th position, so your first finger is barring frets 1, 2, 3 at the 5th fret while you play a low A with your thumb. And that was Greensleeves, also known as What Child Is This, for solo guitar. Have fun with this, and don't forget to check the description to see where you can order the PDF. That's all for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time with more guitar tips and arrangements.